And let's talk about Bad Bunny. So there's, I don't know if y'all heard, but apparently there's a petition going around to have Bad Bunny replaced at the Super Bowl halftime situation. So now it's gotten over $50,000 signatures. 50,000. I said $50,000. 50,000 signatures. But the gag is, I don't care if it got 45,000, 80,000, 100,000, or 50 million. Jay-Z pick who he picked. He ain't replacing his ass with George Strait. So y'all gonna sign whatever the hell y'all want to sign. That don't necessarily mean you're gonna get what you want to get. So suck it up, Buttercup. Accept what you're about to get, and that's Bad Bunny performing in a couple of months at the Super Bowl, and get the fuck over it. And that's all tea, all shade. So now, according to Rolling Stone, the racially tinged petition, which that's basically what it is, put together by someone using a pseudonym, asked the NFL to let George Strait perform during the show, writing that it's pivotal to remember the roots that have made America music what it is today. So wait, what is the roots of what made music what it is today? Because it damn sure ain't George fucking Strait. So if we really want to get into the roots of music, all drums lead to Africa, sir. Country music. Do we need to get in the history of country music and where blues and rock and roll and all that other stuff has come from and what country music is derivative of? It's a form of blues founded by black folks. All drums lead to Africa. How many times I keep telling y'all that? But of course, these clear folk colonizing types, y'all are good at taking and destroying, but you don't know how to create. You take from other people. And so this racist that came up with this petition, if somebody was to explain to him the history of music and the foundation of what it's been built on, oh, your head would explode. So he also claimed that Bad Bunny wouldn't fulfill those seeming prerequisites, despite the fact that he's an American citizen, because people still out here like bobble-headed like Tommy Lauren, who don't realize that Puerto Rico is part of the United States. And I thought he was going to say, "Oh, he can't fill up a stadium." Um, he just sold out a residency, 30 plus days in residency in Puerto Rico. He has done stadium shows. He did like didn't he do like a 3 night stadium show in a Yankee Stadium in New York? So if this is what you're trying to say, you really Google, and this is what I keep telling y'all, Google is your friend, is also free. So I don't know how people don't just simply look up stuff, type it in the computer, since y'all rely so much on some damn AI, it would have told you the truth. Now, as of the publication, the petition has 55,000 signatures. Now, by the way, I should point this out. A rep for Strait did not immediately respond to Rolling Stone's request for comment, saying the Super Bowl halftime show should unite our country, honor American culture, and remain family friendly, not to be turned into a political stunt. Well, maybe you need to tell that to this administration who have pretty much figured out how to make everything political, and not only make everything political, but monetize politics and use it as a marketing tool and a weapon. So you can't sit up here and talk about that everything can't be turned into a political stunt when the very administration you probably voted for is using politics and is indoctrinated it in everything. And you can't escape anything of political in regards to this. So on what planet would George Strait unite a country? You just mad because somebody you don't like and because you don't speak Spanish, which he gave y'all plenty of time to learn. Spanish is very easy to learn if you really take the time to learn it. So you mad because some Latino is about to perform at the Grammys, Grammys at the Super Bowl, and y'all keep bringing up people talking about we need to stop having, we need to have. Y'all were bringing up the Who when y'all were bringing up. I mean, y'all do know the Who is not American either. So y'all bringing up names of people, and a lot of the names that I heard people bringing up, like they're not American though. So do you not just Google and make sure that y'all know what the hell y'all talking about before y'all type things in and put and hit send? So they also said that Bad Bunny represents none of these values. His drag performance and style are the opposite of what families expect on football's biggest stage. Really? Because last I checked, um, you got a president of the United States and a vice president wear more makeup than a damn drag queen, quiet as it's kept. And then don't even get me started on that old homosexual with George Santos recently getting pardoned by the orange shit stain in chief. Orange shit stain in chief is what I was trying to say. Apparently, I can't talk today. But yeah, so uh, we're not gonna sit up in here with the hypocrisy, sir. Now, to be fair or clear, Bad Bunny did drag once for the No Perreo Sola music video. So I don't even know where you're coming from with the drag thing. He did drag in a music video. It's not like he's literally out here as like living doing a profession as a drag queen. He only performed in drag for a music video. And last I checked, drag has always been a part of American culture. Long before speech replaced sign language. So before it became this big thing on Drag Race, even back in colonial times, I think they were doing drag. Like even in the the 30s and the 40s, there were people doing drag. Drag has been around for hundreds of years. I'll say that. It's been around for a long time. I don't know exactly when, but it's been around for a long time. Long before RuPaul was able to monetize it and turn it into this global phenomenon, drag has been a part of our culture. I'll even see in like the golden, the what is it, the roaring 20s of like the Harlem Renaissance. There was drag queens and things of that nature going around. The petition is a reflection of the political divide and xenophobia Bad Bunny's Latino heritage and lyrics in Spanish have ignited, along with his political views on immigrant rights amid the government's deportation policies. In an interview with ID Magazine, he previously shared that he wasn't touring in the U.S. because he didn't want ICE to target his Latino fan base outside his concerts. Even Trump called the decision to have Bad Bunny headline absolutely ridiculous. Like he knows who the fuck Bad Bunny is. Like I said, if he had a choice, he'd pick Pat Damn Boone. But Strait, whom the petition claims embodies the heart and soul of American music, would mark a stark shift for the halftime stage and is a far less popular choice. The country legend draws about 8 million monthly Spotify listeners compared to Bad Bunny's 81.4 million. Longtime prejudices have meant that Latin artists have been regarded with suspicion, doubt, and even outrage throughout music history. But you have no problem having them, do the jobs that a lot of y'all won't even do: clean your bathrooms, pick your fruits and vegetables. And if people want to go or working in hospitality or things, and it's not racist, these are actual jobs that a lot of them do that a lot of y'all don't want to do. So you treat Latinos, people of color, like trash, second class citizens, and the like. But these attitudes have twisted into something far more intense and sinister as a result of the current administration. This is from a commentary piece from Rolling Stone Julissa Lopez. Now, despite the rhetoric rooted in such an ugly history, Bad Bunny will take the stage in February and he'll perform his songs in the language he wrote them in. That moment will represent millions of people in our country, including many of the Latinos who make up 20% of the population. And look, we can't speak on those idiots who voted for Trump or whatever the case is, because I just heard that they're trying to get Casey Musgrave to perform at the Latin Grammys. I'm like, for why? Like, what does her type of music have to do with the Latin Grammys? Is this some type of bridge y'all trying to gap? I'm like put together so that way you feel like maybe you could show like, oh well, look, ICE, we're not all bad. I was like, y'all still trying to cook yourselves to these people who still want your artists, like these racists. This main goal that Stephen Miller and so many other likes pretty much want y'all out. So you trying to bridge this gap by inviting country artists to the Latin Grammys when they have nothing to do with the music that y'all making. I just don't understand the point. But maybe they'll explain it when we get around to the Latin Grammys and why Casey Musgrave of all people is there. So um Yeah, I just feel like that's all I gotta say on that. To me, it's like at the end of the day, look, Bad Bunny does it's not just about well, I think the Latino, him being Latin does is one of the reasons why he was picked. I also think it's because he's widely popular. He is a global phenomenon. He's a global superstar. He's one of the biggest Latin artists in the world right now. Not just in the United States, but in the world. A lot of people all over the world loves him. I haven't had people from like the UK in the comments talking about Bad Bunny, and like, yeah, he's not that big over in the UK, but people know who he is, and also, and all y'all doing is you're just drawing more attention to his music with all these stupid petitions and selling this negative stuff. Now people are like, okay, who is this guy that everybody's talking about? So you don't realize, regardless of the positive and negative, publicity is publicity, and you're only bringing attention to him from people who would have otherwise not listened to his music. So and hopefully what he'll do is he'll bring out some guest stars and we'll get to see other Latin artists up there who who are part of, who have guest on some of Bad Bunny's music and then bring them out and then they could do stuff. Like I would say bring out Daddy Yankee. Daddy Yankee trying to make a comeback with his faith-based Spanish music. Billboard just did a whole story on that and he did release some new song. I was just like, oh, it's all right, but um whatever. So Bad Bunny, yes, he got like over 80 million people who listen. I mean, 80 million, Spotify hits. Paboom. I mean, that other guy, George Strait, only got 8. So you want somebody with low numbers to perform at the Super Bowl? Like those numbers will be in the toilet. So Jay Z, unfortunately, good, bad, and indifferent, knows what the hell he's doing in regards to why he picked who he picked, and nobody's gonna pick some old ass white man that only 10 people listen to over somebody that millions of people around the world listen to and will draw a lot of attention to the Super Bowl. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story in regards to this stupid waste of time petition? Sir, you got your attention. We're talking about it, but it's not going to move the goal. It's not going to move the needle. It's not going to move the goalpost. It's not going. It's not. This, regardless of how many people sign this, um, Jay Z has already decided who he's going to let perform, and Bad Bunny is still going to perform at the Super Bowl. Why do I keep thinking about the? Oh, I think because it was talking about the Latin Grammy. That's why I keep thinking about that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.